Hi, thanks for clicking on this video. Today's date is the 7th of June 2022. This is video number 13. And these videos are just like my surface thoughts that I have throughout the day and stuff that I think about now and again. And it's quite sad, but I don't have that many people to talk to, so it's just nice to it's been nice just to get on mic once a day and share some thoughts and ideas and things like that I have. I know I've not got the best speaking voice. I do try and speak my words clearly or explain stuff clearly without mumbling, so I try and do the best I can. But I just wanted to go on to say about in the last video I did, I talked about the acute unit and what you couldn't do in there and how the rooms were laid out and stuff, but I never managed to get on to talking about the more low secure unit where you had a lot more freedom. There was a lot more you could do. Yeah, the activity room wasn't so locked up, and you could actually go in there and play guitar and play the keyboard or draw or write, or you could go on the computer or laptop if it was free. And that was actually a really good thing. You didn't have the staff watching you like in the acute unit. It was locked down and you have to have somebody monitoring you when you're in there. You could only be in there for like half an hour because they just didn't have time to. They didn't have time to like drag the staff away, like just to do activities with you. Because it was like, they had more paperwork and things like that to do. But in the low secure unit, they just let you in there and you had more freedom, which was nice. Because they just trusted you more. Because that's like the building you go into before you get discharged, usually. And the kitchen area was a lot better. You'd usually get a toaster and like a microwave. Sometimes the microwave's like behind the door and locked up, so you can't mess around with it. But there is a microwave there. The kettle, you can make as many cups of tea as you want, which is a lot better than having to ask the staff for one. Because when somebody makes you a cup of tea or coffee, it's no good, and it's not good at all. Unless they make it bang on. But when somebody makes you a drink, it's never how you would make it for yourself, like you know. So it's just nicer to make your own coffee and that. And they're even in some of them places they're even a bit more relaxed with smoking, and you don't necessarily have to go off the hospital grounds to have a cig. Even the staff would sometimes like go in these spots that you could get away smoking in, and I think that's why they allowed it. So because they were just as much shouldn't be there smoking as much as what you shouldn't be. I apologise if my mic has got a lot louder or my voice has got louder. I had to reposition my mic, so I do apologise for that. The thing about the low secure unit, what's changed, like, depending on what staff members are on, you can find yourself getting locked out the common room, at the lounge and the garden and that. But majority of the time, the staff are just either lock themselves in the lounge with the TV on and go to sleep, or they'd go in the office where there's some seating area and they'd go to sleep in there. But if you try to go into the lounge like 10:30 at night when it was open and watch a bit of TV, or if it was open, or if they happened to be in there and watching something, and if you came in, they'd just go to bed, go to bed. And all I got was like go to bed all the time off everyone, and it just got on my tits. I didn't think that it had changed so much over the years. Like before, like it was access everything. You could all the way through the night. You could go and make yourself cups of teas and toast and that if you was hungry. But they're locking the kitchen up and that. I don't know if they just did it just to punish me or something, because they knew I liked going out for cigs and they knew I liked having cups of coffee, so they locked the garden and lounge it, garden and kitchen area. So that kind of got on my grinded my gears a little bit. This isn't some kind of where I'm gonna rant about stuff, but I do have things that I do think about, and ideas that pop into my head, and things that I wish would happen. Because I'm not sure if there's more that I want to talk about the low secure unit. Because there's not much more to it. There's I think I've summed it up pretty quick. There's probably more detailed things I could talk about, but it's my fault I haven't written anything down for this one, really. It's just a few scribbles on a piece of paper. But another thing that's going to be I'm going to totally change the topic and subject now. But the thing that I really wish would happen, I wish I could get my like games machines and Xbox One and all the Xbox S series, whatever, I don't know, where you've got to download the games and stuff, and they're just selling you an access key to download the game. I don't have fast internet, my internet's pretty slow, so it's no good for me. But I still wish, even if I had fast internet, I still wouldn't want to rely on a load to get the data to download the game, because once that service isn't providing that service anymore, either other people have to do it, or I don't know. It's just, if they stop providing that service, you won't be able to download the games or play them. So I'd rather have my games on a USB stick. I'm sure they could put enough data on I'm sure there's enough data on a USB stick to put a whole game, a modern game on with all the up-to-date graphics on and stuff. I'm sure they could do that. I'd quite happily pay 50-60 quid for a game on a USB stick that I could just plug in my Xbox and play instantly, and I didn't need to download anything. Like I said, I don't know if I said it in this video or another video, I think it's just so they can sell you games that aren't finished, so they can work out how much profits they've got. That's what I was told. So that's not what I think, that's what I was told. And I tend to believe it. Because, like I said, I tend to believe something until I have a logical reason not to, really. Unless, if it seems to make sense, I'll seem to go with it sometimes. I guess that's a failing of mine, but I'm not saying I'm a fool. I won't get suckered into stuff. I've had things nicked off me. When somebody brushed by me and they've nicked some out of my pocket, but when somebody said, do you want to come here or do you want to go there, and I'm like, no, I'm not getting myself in that situation. And when somebody sent me messages and they say, go click on this link, you've won 300 quid, I'm not interested. Or do this and do that, and I'm not saying it's some kind of challenge that I want people, but I don't. I've just had a smoke and I'm rambling. But some people see that as a challenge, if I said, I can't be fooled, no one can fool me, and that people just see that as a challenge, so I'll take that back. I probably can be fooled. I think even the smartest person can get fooled by stuff, and that's what I should have said. God, I need to stop getting on mic and talking shit. Because nobody wants to listen to shit and talking nonsense and random stuff at the end of a video when you just run out of stuff to say. I could check. And that's about it. I haven't got much else to say for today. I'll probably do another video, 10.5 later on, and I'll try and do it with less spaces and mumbling, and try and actually write down a few things to talk about. So if you got to this stage in listening, thanks for watching and listening and that, and I hope you have a good day or a good night. Stay safe and be good to each other. Goodbye.